Breaking news. Chinese carrier group enters the Philippine Sea. TV screens flickered with satellite images, anchors speculating, show of force, or new rivalry. Fighter jets darted above. Massive ships cut through waves below. China's Fujian sailed near the USS Gerald R. Ford, signaling a shift in Asia's naval balance. Beyond headlines, the real contest is about strategy, readiness, and power projection. For decades, the aircraft carrier has been the centerpiece of American naval might. These floating airfields let the U.S. project power anywhere, without foreign bases. Carriers control the seas, support allies, and respond to crises. The USS Gerald R. Ford, for example, carries nearly 80 aircraft. Each carrier sails with a strike group: destroyers, cruisers, submarines, and supply ships. As new powers like China build carriers, the future of naval power is being redefined. Not all carriers are the same. The world's navies use a range of floating airbases, each with unique strengths and roles. The most powerful are catamaran carriers, catapult-assisted takeoff but arrested recovery. These ships launch heavy, fully loaded planes with steam or electromagnetic catapults, and recover them using arrestor wires. Only the US and, recently, China have built true catamaran supercarriers. Stowbar carriers use a ski jump ramp for takeoff, relying on the plane's own engines. Russia, India, and China's older carriers use this system. Stowbar ships are simpler, but their jets must be lighter and carry less fuel or weapons. Expeditionary sea bases and amphibious assault ships, like America's Wasp class, look like mini-carriers, launching helicopters and short takeoff jets. China's Type 075 is a similar design, able to carry troops, vehicles, and helicopters for island assaults. Rumors swirl about hybrid ships, like China's mysterious Type 076, said to blend amphibious features with a catapult flight deck for drones. These new designs blur old boundaries, creating more flexible tools for modern navies. The evolution of carrier types is accelerating. Each new design reflects changing strategies and ambitions. The debate between catamaran and stowbar isn't just about hardware. Catamaran carriers, like the US Ford class and China's Fujian, can launch heavy aircraft loaded with fuel, missiles, or electronic gear. This extends their strike range and combat punch. They can also operate specialized planes, like E-2D Hawkeye radar aircraft, that are too heavy for a ski jump. Stowbar carriers, by contrast, are limited to lighter jets with shorter range or fewer weapons. They can't launch big support planes, reducing their effectiveness in complex operations. Stowbar is cheaper and easier to build, but it's a compromise. Catamaran carriers need advanced engineering, lots of power, and highly trained crews. As China moves from stowbar to catamaran, its ambitions and technical skill are clearly rising. The choice of launch system shapes everything: what planes you can fly, how many you can launch, and how far you can strike. In the end, the real question is, what kind of war are you preparing for? The launch system is the heart of carrier capability. It defines the limits and the possibilities of naval air power. The U.S. Navy's carriers are nuclear-powered, giving them almost unlimited range and tremendous electrical output. This allows them to support powerful radars, advanced catapults, and high-tempo flight operations. Their air wings are diverse, mixing strike jets, radar planes, helicopters, and soon, drones. China's first carriers, Liaoning and Shandong, are stowbar ships based on old Soviet designs. The new Fujian is a leap forward, using electromagnetic catapults, though it still relies on conventional, not nuclear power. China's carriers focus on the J-15 fighter, but are rapidly testing new drones and helicopters. The U.S. has refined carrier operations over decades of real combat experience. Its decks are crowded but efficient, with well-drilled crews. China is learning fast, but still building up its carrier doctrine. It has launched new support ships and experimented with drone operations. Both navies are racing to add more carriers and modernize their fleets. But the U.S. advantage is not just in hardware, it's in integration, how ships, planes, and people work together under stress. The real edge comes from experience and coordination. The USS Gerald R. Ford is the most advanced carrier ever built. Its electromagnetic aircraft launch system, or EMALS, replaces old steam catapults with electric rails, hurling planes aloft smoothly and with less wear. Ford also uses an advanced arresting gear, more powerful radars, and has a redesigned flight deck for faster aircraft handling. China's Fujian, launched in 2022, is a technological statement. It is the first Chinese carrier to use EMALS, though powered by oil-fired turbines, not reactors. Fujian's catapults should let it launch heavier, more capable jets and drones, closing the gap with the US. It is still testing, but every new sea trial sharpens China's skills. EMALS offers subtle but crucial advantages, launching a wider range of aircraft and letting the crew adjust launch power for each type. US reactors supply all the juice needed, while Fujian's turbines may be pushed to their limits during high-intensity operations. The race for better launch systems is about flexibility, being able to fly what you need when you need it. Aircraft carriers are, honestly, hungry beasts. They need vast amounts of fuel, munitions, spare parts, and food. Sustained operations require a whole network of supply ships, oilers, ammunition ships, and fast combat support vessels. The United States Navy leads the world in underway replenishment, refueling and rearming its groups while at sea, far from any friendly ports. China is expanding its logistics fleet, but still relies more on shore bases, especially within the so-called First Island chain. Its carriers may face limits if pushed far from home. The ability to resupply on the move is what keeps a carrier strike group fighting for weeks, not just days. In a crisis, it's logistics, not just raw firepower, that decides who stays in the fight. A carrier that runs out of fuel or bombs is just a big target. Technology is essential, but people really make the difference. The United States Navy has spent generations perfecting carrier operations. Its crews practice launch and recovery cycles day and night in all kinds of weather. Pilots fly hundreds of landings before ever taking command. Deck crews drill for fires, floods, and battle damage. China's carrier force is still young. Its sailors and pilots are gaining experience, but have yet to face combat. United States crews rotate through deployments, keeping skills sharp and learning from every mission. China is making huge investments in simulators and training cruises, but its operational cycle is shorter. Doctrine matters too. The United States emphasizes flexibility and initiative, while Chinese doctrine is more centralized. This may affect how quickly a carrier group can respond to surprises or adapt during battle. Ultimately, it's the people who fight the ship. Geography shapes naval power just as much as steel or software. The United States operates globally, using carriers to reach trouble spots far from home. Its bases in Japan, Guam, and Hawaii provide support, but American flat tops are designed to fight anywhere. They are blue water ships, built for the open ocean. China's carriers have a different mission, focused on the near seas, the South China Sea, East China Sea, and the area around Taiwan. These waters are crowded, filled with islands, reefs, and missile threats. China's land-based missiles and airfields support its fleet, but also limit its freedom to roam. Carriers in the South China Sea face unique risks: enemy submarines, anti-ship missiles, and dangerous replenishment under threat. Quick strikes and fast withdrawals may replace the drawn-out operations of the past. This means doctrine and geography are tightly linked. The United States Navy's carriers must be ready for long campaigns far from home. China's must survive and dominate in crowded, contested seas, close to both support and danger. As China's new supercarriers steam into the Pacific, the world is watching for a power shift. Both sides are racing to innovate, building bigger ships and launching more advanced jets and drones. Technology is crucial, but so are logistics, crew skill, and the demands of geography. United States carriers remain the gold standard for now, with unmatched experience and support. Yet, the true measure of power is not in steel or gadgets, but in readiness, being able to fight tonight and win. The next chapter in carrier warfare may not be written by the largest ship, but by the crew most prepared to fight.